Hi. I thought today I'd share with you a fairly major change that happened to me and how some of the people around at that time could have operated better and how I faced that change. So about 10 years ago, just under 10 years ago, I was diagnosed as having type 1 diabetes. And it was a late onset. I was pretty set in my ways and it was a bit of a shock, to be honest. And was compounded by the fact that the doctor I was seeing at the time when the diagnosis came through said, "Oh, congratulations, you've got diabetes." And pretty much left it as that. No sort of explanation, no conversation, no dialogue. And I was sent off to see a diabetic educator. And I rocked up to her office and she said, "Well, I hope you've walked here today because you know you're going to need a lot of exercise being type 1 diabetic, and it's going to majorly change your diet and it's going to change your life, and you know how much you have to drink and what the number of carbs you eat and all this sort of thing." And she just compounded my anxiety, and I was in tears. And she sort of said, "Oh, have I done that?" It's like, "Well, yes, you have, but I didn't say that." Dried my tears and I moved on. But both she and the doctor had no empathy. They didn't take any time to see how I was feeling about the diagnosis. And that's what, sometimes leaders miss. They need to operate with compassion. We're talking now about leading with love. And we talk about having empathy, understanding what the other person is. And the other side of that change was that, I have to inject every day. So I inject with this slow release insulin or slow acting insulin morning and night. And before every meal, I inject with this insulin. And that's okay at home. But when I was out having meals, I was very uncomfortable about having to inject. And so what I would do is wait for my meal to arrive, because I have to look at the meal, assess how many carbs are on the plate, so I know how many units of insulin to take. So my food would arrive and I'd go off to the bathroom and inject and then come back and start my dinner. And over time I was like, do you know what? I'm not drawing attention to myself, really. I just do it. It's not something really abnormal, and I was supported by, family and friends, and eventually I just got on with it. So I was operating as my authentic self. So the message there is, initially change will be uncomfortable, especially if it's a large change, but don't knock yourself up about it. Take time to understand the change, what it means to you, and then embrace it as the new norm. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye.